That cut off. But what I was saying was, you'd be surprised how many times that... Uh-oh. You'd be surprised how many times, like, going back to my old journals and rereading myself and my thoughts and my feelings, how many times that has actually put me in a place where I get back into that mindset of where I was at then. And that mindset is exactly what I need to solve the challenge that's laid out in front of me. That's one of the nice things about journaling. I challenged my friend with doing that. Just for fun, just for a couple days. Just take 5 days. Just take the next, take the next 7 days and just write what you're feeling and thinking for every single day. Just a little bit, you don't have to do much. And then in 3 months' time, at the corresponding moon, I'm gonna have you reread everything you wrote backwards. Meaning, instead of reading Friday to Friday, we read Friday to Friday. Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, Saturday, Sunday, Saturday, Friday. She messaged me last night. I don't know if I can do this. Don't do it. No one's got a gun to your head. Nobody gives a fuck. This isn't for me. Well, not entirely. I've seen the benefit of it. So, my intention is to share my gifts. See if it works. I like to come up with ideas and then throw them at people and see if it sticks. You know what I mean? I go, all right, try this out. Let's see what happens. But people are lazy. It's true. It's true. People are lazy because they spend their lives doing shit they don't want to do. And yeah, it's because not everyone's as blessed as I am. I get that. I understand that. Trust me. This is a burden I've been living with for a very long time. No one is as blessed as I am. But I can't help that. So I try to share my blessings with everybody else. But it never takes. And I think I know why. I don't think it's supposed to. I think it's like, what works for one doesn't work for anybody else except for that one person. But that kind of goes back to what I was saying about this new breed of entrepreneurs, especially the spiritual entrepreneurs. All your Reiki healers, your tarot readers, energy healers. Yeah, about that. Hi, I need you to move out of the way. Oh no, we're going to my other secret spot. I haven't been back here in a while. It's real ticky. But there's a nice path cleared out, which is not normal. It's never been like this before. The Halloween soundtrack just came on. I came back here during... That's the place. It's a little bit ways off. Most people don't come back here because it's not practical. And plus, just with the amount of greenery. Hey, look. There's a couple ticks. Can you see them? Right here? And right there. Hey. I love tick hunting. Uh-oh. Getting a little closed in. No, it's worth the risk. This is a secret place. Ugh. Oh yeah, so I ended up taking a marketing, a copywriting course in Hustlers University. I cannot stand Hustlers University. It's so disgusting. It's just money. It is like literally the Church of Mammon. I love it. And the reason I did it was because I wanted to be surrounded by that mentality. Just making sure there's no one back here. Like, I remember when my brother first got me onto Andrew Tate, like I couldn't stand it. There's another one. Oh, it's two more. I'm really good at that. And they're the ones with the white spot on their back too. So those are the ones you don't want in you, I think. How the fuck are you seeing those things? Well, I'm observant. As in, I keep an eye on my surroundings. Uh-oh. Yeah, but the idea in any kind of advertising and marketing is to fucking trigger the pain point of the person that you're trying to get money from. You don't know them personally, but you do know that there's somewhere out there are people who are in pain for one reason or another. And most people they suffer because a lack of money, sex, and work. Fulfillment. You just remind people of what makes them feel miserable. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Miserable. Remember that time that you cried because everything felt like it was falling apart? Well, here's your solution. But first, I'm gonna make you read the longest fucking ad copy that I could possibly come up with. To the point that you're gonna wanna break and just give me your money so you don't have to read the whole goddamn thing. But ironically, if you read all the way to the end, you'll start to realize why you never needed that product in the first place. If you can see it. Or why you already have the skills being sold. Most people who sell stuff, they don't know what the fuck they're doing anyway. It's just a means to get some money. This dude yesterday that I allowed myself to learn from. Probably one of the most, just based on my observations, probably one of the most inauthentic people I had seen in a long time. But then he started talking about how he had spent $12,000 on training to be an authenticity coach. And I'm thinking to myself, how's that work? No wonder nobody paid for you. You're like, you got this fake mask on, like you're putting on a show right now. I mean, you seem to be putting on a show. And not even a very good one. You've actually insulted my past 3 times with stupid jokes that I took really personal. But again, going back to like, why do I allow this type of shit to go on in my life? Is that seeing how just ignorant and just stupid people are, it just made me see like how amazing I am. And I don't get over it. That's why I love it so much. That's why I love toxic people. I love narcissistic people. That's why I even call myself narcissistic. Don't worry, I'm one of you. I'm one of you guys. I mean, I'm a narcissist, yeah, but I'm a narcissist because I love the shit out of myself. I fucking love myself. I don't even just love myself, I'm in love with myself. The worst kind of narcissist. As the Bible says, love your neighbor like you would love yourself. Well, I can't love my neighbor like I love myself until I learn how to love myself. I am in love with me. But why do I still hate my neighbors? It's the human inside of me. I hate my human. Well, we can work on that. We can actually work with that. You're just doing the same thing in a different spot. Yeah, I know. I'm draining the life out of this spot too. All the trees are fucking falling over. This place is a death trap. Look at it. You know why this is? I've heard theory that it's because of this water right there. But no, actually I think what the real truth is, I mean it's over there too. These fuckers are dead. All right, those guys over there, we're gonna go out into the main trail in a little bit. I'll show you all those motherfuckers too. That place, there's some fucking mutated trees right here. But you know what it is? Yeah, there's some more. All the trees, but here's the things, they all rotted from the inside out. Like this isn't natural. Because these trees aren't supposed to be rotting from the inside. Look at that guy. He's so rotted that his bark fell off. Disgusting. But what I think it is that big ass tower over there that's fucking emitting all of those fucking radiation rays. Or sucking them in. No, why would it be that thing? It's probably the water that's oversaturating the roots. Yeah, it could be. Or it could be the radiation tower that's over there. And if it's doing this to trees, I wonder what it's doing to humans. And if it was if it was such a benevolent device, why is it hidden in the woods? Where nobody could see it. They feel it. I can hear them. They're suffering. And they hate human beings. This place is a church, an anti-human church. Not that we're anti-human. Humans have a purpose. Do things. Go do things. Go make my shirt. Go make my phone. Go mine the fucking cobalt that I need for my phone so I can do this. Go do all the things that you hate to do. Go sell your soul for money. Doing all the things you hate to do because that makes your money so much more delicious. Maybe that's why I love money so much. I love money. Don't get me wrong. I don't worship money. I love money though. And I love work. I love my job. My job is the best job ever. I don't give a shit that I don't get paid. As a matter of fact, I never want to get paid to do this. No, you know what I want? I want other humans to be paid my bills. This way I could do this. The Jews got it right. This is going to sound anti-Semitic, but where I come from, this is actually normal practice. I come from Toms River, New Jersey, and right next door to Toms River is Lakewood. And Lakewood has a very populated Orthodox Jew population. But a common accusation, well, not accusation, a common, what tends to happen regularly, I don't want to say regularly, but what tends to happen from time to time is that the federal government catches on to the fact that some of the families, what they do is, see, the nice thing about Orthodox Judaism is that you don't need the state to marry you. So a lot of people come here from Israel and they're already married, but the United States doesn't recognize the marriage from over there because you have to fill out all the paperwork and shit, right? So what some people do, I'm not saying all, just saying some, you can go to the little news reports and look it up, especially in Lakewood, because those are the ones I'm familiar with, is sometimes the wife will collect family benefits from the state while the husband owns a business and makes large quantities of money. Now, this tends to paint that community in with an ugly brush, because it's like, who the fuck gave them the permission to do that? Well, God, actually. God guided them to do that. And I'm not going to get on the whole God's chosen people thing. God chose them for a reason, to carry out his divine work. But that's because they're the only people that actually fucking believe. Well, them and the Muslims. I don't really trust Christians. I'll trust a Muslim and a Jew all day. I think those are probably like the most real people that you're ever going to meet. Why? Because what the fuck? They don't got nothing to worry about. They don't give a fuck. Why? God's on my side. That's why I created the Church of the Living Antichrist. Why? Because one, the Church of Satan has already been like corrupted by atheism. Not even the good kind either. The ignorant kind. But Satan has a bad name. Has a bad rap. Now, the thing with the Antichrist, the thing I love about the Antichrist, and what's funny about the Antichrist, you bring up the Antichrist, and people are like, well, that's evil. Wait, you don't even believe in God. What are you talking about? The church is doing bad stuff. Even if you believe in God, the church does bad things. It has done bad things throughout its entire history. It lies. God is a liar. And he mixes up his lies with truth. Like, that's the fucked up part about God, is like, he's the worst liar. Even Jesus, to a degree. I mean, he wasn't the best of teachers. I mean, he was good. And he made sense. Like, don't cast your pearls before swine, because they'll stomp on them with their hooves and turn to rend you. It means don't fucking throw your pearls of wisdom to fucking pigs, because those people are just gonna shit on you. But now going back to my original point, why I love toxicity. Why I love that atheist-theist group. And I love quoting that verse too. Don't throw your pearls before swine. Because that one always goes, whoosh. Why the fuck would you throw pearls at a pig? Exactly. Someone said that. Why would you even be doing that to pigs? The Quran says that to eat pork. Don't eat swine. Don't eat the meat of swine. Yeah, do you know what that means? It doesn't just mean don't eat pigs. Don't eat pigs because you're actually related to them. Pigs are probably closer to humans than any other animal. I feel like I've heard that before. Like, a human can take a pig heart. Because you're cousins. Wouldn't that be something if humans didn't really evolve from monkeys? They actually evolved from swine. I wouldn't be surprised by that. I think some people did. But like my wise Uncle Mike likes to say, you play with pigs, you're gonna get dirty. Exactly. Exactly Jesus' point. That was the point Jesus was trying to make. Uncle Shlomo. Yeah, don't feast upon the flesh of swine. What that means is don't take what the pigs say literally. Just okay. No, you're right. You're right. You're right. That's exactly how it is. I'm a fucking idiot. I am so stupid. Why would you say that about yourself? Because he's right. I'm stupid. I'm not educated. I don't know anything about the Bible. And I especially am aware that someone who doesn't believe in the Bible at all would definitely know what I do and do not know about the Bible, because what the fuck would I know about the Bible? I know if you dash a little bit angel with a little bit of demon, you get something really fucking cool. The other day I was working with both Archangel Michael and Raphael. And then I even brought in my friend Ammon in. He's a dragon-headed, or a werewolf-headed serpent who spits fire on his enemies. Dropping hot fire. And he can see all of the past and all of the future too. Because he knows, because he's smart enough to realize that the future, like Yoda told Luke, the emotion the future always is, you can't really pinpoint one thing. Yeah, that could happen, but so could that, and so could that, and so could that. Like, what are you going to do about it? The more that you try to make something not happen, the more that it's going to happen. Like, I was watching this girl this morning, and she's like, the future isn't yours to worry about. That's up to God. I agree. The future is the domain of God, and the past is the domain of Satan. Don't let Satan drag you back into the past. Why? He's trying to help you. Because he wants you to see how the path laid out for you was already laid out for you. If you just take the time to really look at it, you could actually look at your past and go, holy shit. Everything does happen for a reason. Look at that. Because I did that, all the way back then, I'm doing what I'm doing right now. Holy shit. Isn't that something? That's crazy. Because that wasn't a bad thing. That was actually a good thing. Maybe why Satan is trying to pull you into the past is to show you that the parts that you hate about yourself the most are actually the best parts about you. Because look at how it saved your ass so many times and got you to where you are right now, you ungrateful cunt. How fucking selfish can you be? God. Oh my God. But they know that, I mean, that's too big of a concept for some people. Your greatest failures are your biggest successes. Whoosh. Whoa, what? What are you talking about? What the fuck? That doesn't even make any sense. I failed. Right, you're right. You did. You did. Yes. You're a fucking failure. What? Yeah, but go back to the Jew thing. So I want to know how to do that, and I figured out how to do it. Because, see, the cool thing about a business entity, maybe, who knows, maybe the laws have changed, But the only difference between a religion and a company is a 501c3 form, which really just in New Jersey, it costs a fucking $600 filing fee. That's it. You can start a church, boom, done, easy. And then all you have to do is just have a couple little masses at your house once in a while. All right, everybody, we're gonna honor the full moon cycles today. Who wants to come over? Because we're having a ceremony. We're having a mass, a black mass. And who the fuck put up the green flag to be shitting on witches? How about witches put up the fucking black flag against anybody who talks shit on witches? And what does talking shit mean? Like denying? That's not real. I had some fucking asshole today on Facebook. And that group. I love that group. You just said you loved it. Why did you call him an asshole? Because it was asshole-ish. It was ignorant. Are you saying that witches are real and that they have power? Is this a joke? Yeah, it's a fucking funny joke. Because one, you're taking a shit on me. You're taking a shit on my heritage, for one. There's a class of witchery called Stragoria. Stragoria is Italian witchcraft. It means the old religion. It means the way before the way. That was in the times when, before the church came and fucking destroyed everything, and fucking killed everybody. Not everybody, but made a point when the church executed its first Holocaust. Well, yeah, where do you think the Holocaust? The Holocaust wasn't just about Jew hating. It was karma and dharma for, hey, look what happened to those people because of you. Now, because consider this, is that the Jewish God is the big brother of the Christian God. And little brother took a big shit on all of God's children and goddesses' children. Now the Christians, they don't incorporate the divine feminine in their works. It's just a divine father. There's no divine mother. Mary, but they don't get into it. They don't get into the fact that Mary was the female version of Jesus. He got it from his mom. See, I have both bloodlines in me. I have, on my father's side, I have the Christ side. Because we had, my father's family is more church-oriented. My father wasn't. My father was more satanic. But not in the LaVey sort of way. He was an atheist. But a spiritual atheist, which is the ignorant mentality that atheism goes, that's not real. What? Of course it is. You don't need a Bible. You don't need a religion to recognize God. You can actually do it outside of religion. It's open source material that you can kind of craft. Use your witchcraft and kind of put together the truth for yourself. It's a form of free thinking. It's like the divine marriage of logic and reason and abstract thinking. It's the unification of the left and the right brain. It's when the animus and anima are working in unison together. And it creates a whole new thing. Now, here's what's interesting about that. If you look at the Star of, speaking of Jews, if you look at the Star of David, the Star of David goes by a couple different names, including hexagram. It's a geometrical shape. It's a form of sacred geometry, divine geometry. It's literally made of two triangles, right? The triangle that's pointing upwards, thank you, witchcraft and occultism. The upward pointing triangle represents fire, masculinity. The bottom pointing triangle represents water and femininity. The end goal, the end game, that's the end game of Judaism. That's like the pinnacle right there. That symbol, because it's what that symbol represents. That symbol represents the Moshiach. The Moshiach is the Jewish Messiah. That's weird, I know. But Carl Jung had it with the anima and the animus. Julian Jaynes had it with bicameral mind theory. Because if you don't know what bicameral mind theory is, then none of this is going to make sense. Because bicameral mind theory, what that suggests, and mind you, it's a fringe theory in psychology. It was developed in the 1970s. So of course, why would you hear about that? And why would you hear that is like almost directly correlated with Jung's idea of the anima and the animus? What it basically is saying is that the brain, just like the brain is divided into two hemispheres, so is the mind, because each hemisphere of the mind generates a mental field, which is what we use in our head. And his thought was, in the ancient times, especially during the times of the people who wrote the Bible, those people were more right brain dominant than left brain dominant, because we live in a left brain dominant society, which is why everyone writes with their right hand. I'm not everybody, you know what I mean? I'm over exaggerating, but why the right hand is the dominant hand. Why people are better at following orders than coming up with instructions. It's also the cause, depending on the school of thought that you're coming from, it's also the cause of the imbalance between the patriarchy and the matriarchy. Which is a thing. It's actually a thing. Do you know the Bible's not even made for women? Not once in the entire Bible does Jesus have a female apostle. Or does he break down the teachings that he gave his apostles? Because, one, the shit he told his apostles wasn't what he told everybody else. That was his crew. Have you ever had a crew? Right? So there's you in the center. You have your closest friends, your inner circle. And then they have their own inner circles, and everybody's got their own inner circles. And then as you spread out more and more, there's more and more inner circles that are overlapping other inner circles, right? But the people who know you best are the people closest in your circle, presumably. They know the version of you that you present. Or if you're one of those type of people that puts on a mask for other people, then you can say that those people know exactly who you are behind the mask. and that you're not fooling anybody. Authenticity, you don't need a coach to be authentic. What you need is to be honest with yourself. If you can't be honest with yourself, above all things, to thine own self be true. Macbeth. Because as long as you're true to yourself, then you don't have to worry about putting on a fucking face for anybody else. But that requires one to be able to look at their past. Satan wants to pull us towards the past. We don't want to go there, so... Oh, right. God wants you to blindly go into the future. Meanwhile, Satan wants you to blindly go into the past. Oh, no, I get it. No, Satan's just trying to bring you back to the past, show you that God's back there too. Because if God's infinite, then then God exists in the past and the future at the exact same time. Satan is just the intermediary between the two, the light bearer. Oh, Satan is equal to Metatron. Yeah, that makes so much sense. And then Sandalphon is the unifying agent in between. Ah, awesome. And then Sandalphon is equivalent to the World Tree. Oh my God, you're such a fucking genius. Yeah, because I just did exactly what the Jews said can't be done. Oh, fuck yes. Fuck yeah. Oh my God. This is like the sexiest thing ever. Fuck you. Fuck everybody. Fuck off. Oh, God. Right, and then the light, it goes from Metatron, the signal goes from Metatron through your ears over to Satan, and then Satan shoots it back. But because it's got to go through the 9 circles of hell to get there, the message, when it comes back out, it's all fucked up. Oh, which is why it's important to read the Divine Comedy. All right. What if I read that backwards? Whoa. You mean from the last chapter of Paradiso? Back to the entrance of fucking Inferno? Dude. Oh my God. Chapter by chapter backwards. And then we can put the fucking story together again like a backwards timeline. Right. And then we'll read it back forward again. But what about my book? What about my books? Oh, we're going to take a break because we already won. Okay. All right. So the future's already set in stone. Like, I'm going to have all the money and time that I need in order to go accomplish everything that I need to accomplish. All I have to do is just do this project. But because it's going to be so much fun, I'm probably going to get it done in like a fucking week. Fuck yeah. Let's go back to the trail. Oh, dude. I fucking love that idea. I can't believe I've never fucking thought of that before. If you're a person, let's just imagine that there's somebody watching, right? So right now I'm talking to anybody who actually has like any kind of deep spiritual connection and is familiar with what a dark night of the soul is. Go do yourself a favor and read Dante's Inferno. That'll wake your ass up. But it's a 3-stage process. Ah, fuck. It's a 3-stage process. So you have to imagine, don't look at it like a fucking story. Put yourself in that position. Yeah, it's Dante's Inferno. No. That's Derek's Inferno. That's literally, because the 9 circles of hell. Oh, dude, and then the 9, oh, God. It was there the whole fucking time. The Qliphoth, which is the dark side of Kabbalah. It's like the Jewish. I'm not going to say it's a Jewish version of hell, but it's the dark half of the soul. It's a map. It's a map of the dark half of the soul. The tree of life is a map of the light half of the soul. Right? But then there's Malkuth in the middle. But Malkuth is split in two. On the Qliphoth side, on the dark side, it's called Lilith. Sometimes Nama, who is Lilith's daughter. One of Lilith's daughters. And I believe also the daughter of Cain. That explains a lot. But then on the light side of Malkuth are the spheres of heaven. The spheres of paradise. Oh, which explains why the satanic circle is so dark, because you can't see the light. Well, when you get to the end of the Tree of Life, when you get to the beginning of the Tree of Life, at the highest point is what's called Cathar, the highest sphere. It's called the crown, Keter. The symbolic story of it. So, the word, there's another fucker. Don't forget to check your balls when you get out of there. Yeah, I know. The highest point is called Keter. It's a Hebrew word. And it's made up of 3 letters. Of Kaf, Tav, and Rish. Kaf symbolizes a fist, right? Tav represents a head. No, I'm sorry, the cross. It's the covenant. So define what the symbol of the covenant is for you, and that's what Tav means. We're getting there. And Resh means head. So literally the story is, it's a forehead making the sign of the covenant on a head. Just like when a priest does a baptism, that's literally what that symbol represents. But Keter, it's a doorway. It's a doorway to the light and the dark. It's called, in Hebrew it's pronounced the Ein Sofer. Ein means nothing or darkness. Ein Sof means limitless nothing / darkness. And Ein Sofer means the limitless light. The limitless light that explores the limitless darkness. I gotta learn how to say that faster and easier. The limitless light that explores the limitless dark. But the light is the tree of life. The light, as it explores, it expands outward, out into the darkness, but then it can only expand out so far before it has to contract back on itself and to decompress itself by taking everything that it's learned and pumping it down the path of the flaming sword. That's what it's called. Because there's nine gates.